you can hear me now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Lucid Talk Show. Say hi. Say hi, Almandu. Say hi, Duran. Oh, they cannot hear you. Okay. They will in a second. Give me 2 seconds. Yes. Okay. So, everyone, if you haven't been here before to the Lucid Talk Show, this is a talk show where we interview Lucid talents and indie talents, and we get to know them a little bit better. And today we're going to be interviewing our CEO, Duran, for the sake of having transparency in our agency. It's also fun to get to know a little bit of the people who are running Lucid. So I'm going to introduce my co-host, Almandy. Almandy, say hi.
Hello, I'm Amandy. I'm a talent manager here at Lucid. My background is in marketing, digital marketing, analytics, stuff like that. I also really like almonds.
Yay! Say hi, Almandy. And today we'll be interviewing our CEO, Duran. Duran, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yep. Yeah, I'm Duran. I am the CEO of Lucid. I'm also a lawyer. If you saw that little image, which was a very professional picture of me. I also worked in esports for 20 years, literally, ever since I was in high school. I was also a pro StarCraft player. Probably most of you guys weren't even born. So yeah, that's me. You should also introduce yourself.
Oh, yes. Hi, I'm Manager Chan. I'm one of the managers at Lucid. I love watching Lucid streams, and I love only Lucid things. So, hi. Say hi to me, too.
Hello.
You reacted to chat live reaction. Yes, this is live. Hello.
It is live. It'd be weird if it was pre-recorded.
Yeah, like why? That would be very funny. So today we're going to be doing a few segments as a Lucid game show, talk show usually has. Our first segment is going to be myth or fact. So we got a few misconceptions or true, interesting facts about agencies. And we are having Duran here answer if he thinks they're a myth or fact, and he's going to explain why that is. And if you have extra things that you have ever thought about agencies that you kind of want to have quickly clarified in a lightning quick round, let us know in chat and we'll ask those as well. So Almandy, do you want to commence the question asking?
Yes, I would like to. So, Duran, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Ichi-ni-san, go.
So, for your first question. Question number 1. Agencies take most of your money. Is this a myth or a fact?
That would be a myth, I would say. And yeah, I don't think, as far as I know, nobody does that. But also, I think actually the trend in VTubing right now is to take less and less of talent's money. So it's mythifying even more now than even like 3 years ago when I started.
When you would you want to talk a little bit more about when you started? What did the revenue split kind of look like back then versus what is it starting to trend to look like now, if you're comfortable?
Yeah. I mean, when I started, I didn't know a ton about the industry, so I'm not the most knowledgeable, but my understanding is that like 3 years ago or more, a lot of agencies were taking like it was like a 50-50 split, I believe, was kind of industry standard. And then over time that started shifting. A lot of companies now, especially like younger agencies, are trying to take no money from like streaming. I think the standard right now is probably anywhere between 30 and 40% of the revenue, though. I suspect that's the standard currently.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Duran.
Yes, thank you for answering that question. Our next question, if you're ready. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Fire away, let's go.
The next question is, you need to already be big to join an agency. Is that a myth or a fact?
I think that's also a myth. I think a lot of, especially younger and newer agencies, recruit people that that are new or small. I think as far as Lucid is concerned, we're not the biggest or most famous agency, so we're not looking for like super big famous people to join. I think the quality of the talent is much more important than the size, if that makes sense. Bigger is not always better,
That is true.
Based.
My next
Quote him on that,
My
please.
the next question, myth or fact, agencies control your content. Is that a myth or a fact?
Probably 50-50. It probably depends on what agency you're in. Like, I think if you're in a Japanese corpo, they control content a lot. As far as Lucid is concerned, we don't control anyone's content, with like some pretty obvious exceptions. I would say, like, if you're gonna make I don't know, if you're planning on, if one of our talents wanted to make a video about like why Hitler was awesome, I would say no to that. But besides that, maybe I probably not control your content. So there you go. There's the answer.
Damn, we just lost half
Thank
of our
you.
followers, Duran, with that.
Oh no.
Too hot of a take.
Are you implying that we have pro Hitler followers, or?
Oh my god, you guys are stressing me out. I'm sweating right now.
I would hope we don't have any of those followers. Yeah. So if we
All right,
do-
next question. Next question, everybody.
Anyways.
Next question. Next question. Myth or fact? You lose ownership of your model brand. Is that a myth or a fact?
Well, for as far as Lucid is concerned, that's a myth. We deal with IP pretty straightforwardly. If someone, I don't think that's a word, but if someone joins Lucid with an existing IP, they get to keep their IP. The only time we would own IP of any of the talents is if we developed it. But if they already owned it or developed it or paid for it on their own, then they would own it. So myth.
And do you have any like examples of this or recent examples that you could share with us of how that kind of looks if a talent does depart from Lucid and in regards to their IP?
Yeah, so one of the other things is that the way that we handle IP specifically, even if we own IP, is that if the talent generates revenue to cover the cost of creating the IP during their time within Lucid, and then they want to leave at some point in the future, then we would basically consider that they have like earned their IP back, and we would assign it to them. So we wouldn't make anyone pay additionally for it. So Xander, I think, is a good example of that, where we actually funded his whole 2.0 and paid for everything. But over the course of the past, time that he was in Lucid, he generated, more than that revenue. So we basically just gave him all the IP, and it was very smooth and easy.
Awesome. Thank you for expanding a little bit more on that. Myth or fact, agencies guarantee success?
I feel like these things are all myths. I didn't think about I didn't think about that before, but yeah, that's definitely also a myth. I guess unless you're HoloLive, or unless you're HoloLive, where like I could join HoloLive and become famous immediately. But I guess besides that, yeah, I think like I tell people that I'm interviewing for recruitment or in auditions and stuff, like I think, yeah, the way I describe it is that the agency or we are like the support, and the talent is kind of like the 80 carry. So our goal is to get you fed, but we can't force anyone to like make content or do the things that they need to do. So at the end of the day, like all we can do is provide support and guidance to the talent, but the talent is ultimately the one that like has to press the button to stream and has to record the content and do that stuff. So yeah, nothing is guaranteed as a content creator in general, unfortunately.
You heard it here first, man. If your talent goes AFK, you can't feed them as a support.
Yeah, exactly. They're sitting at the fountain.
Yeah.
You know, can't do anything.
Can't do anything.
And then also to touch on that a little bit more about what you said with that, myth or fact, you have to meet certain expectations and scheduled deadlines when you're in an agency rather than if you're an indie.
I would say that's probably a fact, even for us, for the most part. I would say we are probably on the like our end of the spectrum in terms of requirements, like strict requirements for content and stuff from talents. But I would say, I mean, even us, like we have certain expectations of talents, and I would say, I would think that every agency, to at least some extent, has some requirements or expectations from their talents.
All right, thank you. And then final question, myth or fact, talent managers are all pretty much the same.
Also a myth, I would say. Again, specifically for us, I think all of our talent managers have pretty diverse and unique skill sets, which I think makes it a lot makes us a lot more able to provide more help to people. So, for example, like Manager Chan is really awesome at writing scripts and things like that. Almondy is really great at data analysis. Like, so everyone has different strengths, and I think that is really useful. And I'm assuming this probably goes for like other agencies or even indie managers. Like, everyone has things they're particularly good at. Very few people are really amazing at everything. And so from a talent perspective, really the key is to like assign a manager to a talent whose like skill sets are aligned, or like the thing that a specific talent need matches the strengths of the manager, and so on.
Very good answer.
I have
Very
one
good.
last question, actually, that just came to me from the gods. Is it a myth or is it a fact that Lucid Multimedia has some of the best talents in the industry?
Wow. I would say that's a fact. There we go.
Yes.
Yay!
We got one fact in.
No,
What
we
if I
had
said-
two. We had two.
Yeah, what if I said
Oh.
myth? I was like, no.
I think I'd cry. You said myth.
I'd be like, what did I do wrong, Duran?
No, it's a fact. It's a fact.
Yes.
That's what anyone asks me who my favorite VTubers, and I say my VTubers are my favorite VTubers, which is true.
It's true. Yeah. Oh, we love our talents. If you guys have any more myths or facts that you want to ask, go ahead and ask. You have a few seconds left before we go on to the next game. The next game is going to be a little bit more interactive with you guys, so stay tuned and let us know your thoughts on this. So in this next game, we are going to build a talent. So the idea of this is chat's going to vote, and chat's going to build the perfect Versona, which is what we call our VTubers. We are Versonas in here. And we're going to build whatever chat thinks is the best Versona between like niche, personality, focus, skills, and all of that. Almondy here is going to draw that hypothetical Versona, and then Duran's going to tell us if he would sign that Versona, yes or no. We're going to see how apt chat is at figuring out a good agency VTuber. Are we ready for this?
Wait.
This is actually a good one.
We have
Myth
some,
or fact?
yeah. We have some myth or fact questions in the chat. I would like to read them,
Ooh, let's
please.
do
Thank
it.
you. Thank
Please.
you. All right. Myth or fact, Dorian, the staff pool for VTuber-related activities is like 50 or less people. Is that a myth or a fact?
I would say probably, well, depend. Okay, there's two ways to answer this, I think. I would say option A, it's a myth because a lot of people, and this is very similar to esports, like early stage esports, where a lot of like the very beginning of esports, people that were like not great at games but were into games wanted to like work in esports, and so there were a lot of people that were like, oh yeah, I can work in esports, or like I am an esports person or working in esports. And I think with VTubing that's kind of similar in that there are a lot of people who are either into VTubing culture or sort of like young aspiring VTubers themselves who like say that they're or like wants to be in the industry, so are like trying to provide services or are providing services. So probably from that perspective, it's a myth in that there's certainly more than 50 of those people. If you look at it from the other perspective of like really high level people that are sort of working in the industry, like yeah, I don't know a better way to say this, but from that perspective, it's probably a fact in that like at like the upper level of service providers, whether it's a manager or things like that, it's probably less than 50, I would think.
Thank you. And I had a little something I wanted to say about it too. From a perspective of like any aspiring like people who want to work in VTubing or VTuber related activities, rather than focusing, and this is in my opinion, rather than focusing on like being super knowledgeable about VTuber culture, VTubers, all that, that's of course a great plus, but focusing more on your hard skills is definitely going to give you an edge over like all the other people out there that also want to work in VTubing, or even the same thing with esports, all people who want to work in esports. Focusing on your hard skill of like being a really good video editor or being really good at marketing or you're really good at branding, like that is going to carry you far more in any industry, honestly. And then having a knowledge about the niche as well. So that would be my advice for any aspiring VTuber related activity industry people. So
I second that. I agree.
I third that, actually.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, definitely work on building that hard skill, whatever your like natural talent is, whether that's in like visualizing data or I'm really good at making thumbnails, blah, blah, blah. Focus on that first. And then you add your passion for VTubing as the second part of that. So anyways, next question that we had from the chat. Myth or fact? This is a good one. All VTubers have to be idols. Is that a myth or a fact?
I mean, I'm definitely going to say that that is a myth in the sense that the industry is big enough. There's a big enough audience base and a big enough fan base for many different types of VTubers, not just idols. I think idols are obviously the most traditional in the sense that is like idol culture, from my understanding, is sort of like what gave birth to VTubers in the first place, and the first VTubers were primarily idols. But I think at this point, certainly there's room for many other types of VTubers. And in fact, like there are some people and fans that specifically don't like idol culture. So yeah. Boy band VTubers is definitely like hot right now. Like Hansel.
Yes. Thank you for those answers. And I'm checking the chat real quick to see if there's anything else. I don't see any other questions from chat, so I think we can move on to the next section now.
Ooh, exciting. Thank you. And if people think of anything, obviously feel free to send it throughout. We can always address it. So Almendy, let's get the drawing board up.
Okay. I'm very good at drawing, everyone. I'm just warning you.
As you can tell by her model.
To be amazed, yes.
That's one of the hard skills she was talking about.
Yeah, that's the hard skill set right there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready.
So, chat, we'll need your suggestions here as we build this perfect Versona. But first, we're gonna pick a niche for this little lad. Do we think the ideal
Or lass.
or lass?
Yeah, I will be taking artistic liberty, so I will decide.
Yes. it'll be like Lucille. No pronouns.
Yes.
Or all pronouns.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So would you guys prefer this Versona to be a gamer, ASM artist, or a variety creator? Let's make a poll in chat, and let me pull up right after I will pull up Almondy's delicious drawing. Okay. Start a poll. So what kind of VTuber? Gamer? Hardcore? A ASM artist? Do we want a variety? Or do we have a fourth option that we want maybe here? Gamer, ASMR,
Idol?
variety? Idol! Yes! Related to the last question. Awesome. Chat, let us vote. And in the meantime, let me pull up. Alma, would you screen share for me? Oh, there you go. You already did. Beautiful. Let's get that up here. Wonderful. Look
I think we have to end the poll for me to see the
I will
votes.
tell you as
Yeah.
people
Okay,
vote.
okay.
So
Oh,
so far we have it's in between variety or hardcore gamer. Not a single person has voted for ASM artist, which is sad. And guys, not one vote for ASM artist. What is it? What is it with the bias here, gang? Oh yeah, if you vote on it gives you the results to Almonday. So you can...
Oh wait, can we vote? Are we allowed to vote? I'm gonna vote.
Yeah, we can vote.
Okay.
You gotta have one vote.
What's
for
wrong
that.
with what's wrong with ASM artists? Asthma.
Okay, I'm gonna start with what's leading right now. Maybe we can change it if it.
Gamer hardcore. Yeah, we can always have two of them. If you guys want to discuss why you guys picked that, yeah, we have gamers here. Variety means a little bit of everything. Yes, Lonnie, but they did not want that. They want the high elo gameplay. What is a Crimson
Oops.
that just came out? They want that at the highest level. People who can end the game, finish the game. Can you even finish that game in one day? That's what we're looking for.
Oh, Crimson Desert?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know.
Ooh, I like that. I like that hairstyle.
Is it still gamer? Is it still gamer? I lost the
Gamer
poll.
is still winning.
Okay.
Gamer's at the lead.
What do you mean?
Variety is close behind. No, it's tied. Variety isn't it currently?
What do you
Oh,
Oh wait, it's tied. Okay, wait. This doesn't change things. Like, he still have this hair. Okay, wait.
just looks like
Alright.
Jimmy Neutron.
Don't say that.
All right. So what else are we what else
Okay,
are we
voting
doing
on?
here?
The next one is going to be personality. Oh, that's where we have idol. We have chaotic. Do we like a chaotic gremlin? Do we like a chill, cozier Versona? Or do we like a more polished idol? And can we think of a four personality trait chat that we want to add to vote on? Because chaotic, chill, idol is more polished, and be a fourth one. Angry?
This is
Maybe angry.
angry is a personality trait.
I think
guess
so.
so.
How would you describe Sai streams? The cute little angry
Wait,
thing.
he's angry. Wait, is angry winning right now?
No. It's just for the next poll.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was in the zone. I blacked out. I don't know. The art
Why
was
does-
taking over.
Why does this look like an antelope?
Why are you judging my skills?
Yes, we'll do chaotic. Chaotic.
Although I feel like I told Sai to be less angry though.
oh, yeah, chill. Idle. And we would do Rage Vader, Shy but Salty. We'll just Salty. I think Salty's a good general kind of... It's more like tsundere, I would say, vibes.
I still don't know what that means.
Ooh, chat, would you care to explain to our CEO what tsundere is?
What is that?
It's like, oh, Baka, I don't like you. That kind of...
Huh.
Instantly you
Okay.
understood. Thank you.
Sure. All right. Let's do. Okay, I'm gonna do. Wait, idol's a personality trait. Okay, I'll pick. Well, that's a butt chin. I have a butt chin. So that's that. Oh, Hey Arnold. Yeah. I know Hey Arnold. I'm old. I got this. Yeah, I know. Very familiar with Hey Arnold.
Hey, Arnold's not that old.
Dude, what do you mean it's not that old? It's absolutely that old. Came out in the 90s.
But yes.
It's pretty old. That is pretty old. Wasn't even born in the 90s.
If Nate and Ray were here, they would be trying to convince Almondy to draw Nathan. Definitely.
Oh yeah, maybe this is him. We don't know.
We should rig this.
I mean, that's a buff chin, so it could be.
How
Oh,
many
you know what
fingers
this...
do people have? Wait, 5? Yeah, 1,
5.
2. There we go.
Oh, Olga. Okay. Why does this look like you know the like buff Squidward?
He might have invaded my creative process. I'm not sure. Like I said, I blacked out as this was happening, so the creative juices were just flowing as this was.
I think
being
Dennis
creative.
said that Tyler 1 is a tsundere. What do we think?
He's very nice.
But on stream.
Oh,
Okay, he's chill so far. Everyone's saying chill, so I gotta give him like some chill, like. Oh yeah, yeah, he's
chill
chill.
is winning.
all right. Okay, if chill is winning, then what platform is the most chill? Definitely not TikTok, right?
I'm trying to think. What is the most chill platform?
YouTube?
I think Twitch has a good amount of cozy streamers, the whole category. What do we think? But let's make a poll for chat. Chat, you get to decide for us.
In the movie said he's streaming on Kick.
I mean, I can add that as an option. What platform?
What's a chill game? Is Pikmin a chill game? Oh yeah, Pikmin's like a chill game. Oh,
Yeah,
Twitch?
we're gonna actually become the Kick VTuber agency. We're gonna sign an exclusive streaming contract with Kick.
And then chat, if you want to hear, because Duran's going to determine whether this is someone that would be a good talent to be signed, yes or no. So if you want to bait that, if you want to give answers that you are curious to hear what Duran has thoughts on, we can go there. Do we want the fourth one to be Kick? We could do Instagram as well. We could do a VTuber exclusive app. I won't name specific ones, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
It
What
could
do
be
we think?
Irium or
Yeah.
Irium, right? Or Irium. There's our
Facebook.
other one. Facebook, yeah.
Facebook as the last one, yes.
I feel like Facebook is trying really hard to
Facebook.
streamers.
Oh, what about LinkedIn? Oh wait, LinkedIn doesn't have streaming yet.
MySpace is good.
Let's see. Thoughts on non-main streaming platforms. I mean, I think that the general advice from successful creators is to stream, like multi-stream, in a variety of places and release content on as many platforms as possible. So I would think
These look like
it's
little.
probably a good thing. Is that Groot?
No, it's a Pikmin.
Oh.
Is
Do
that
these
an
look like
eye
little cool guy?
patch? Oh.
Do these look like little cool guy glasses? Like chill
Oh,
guy glasses?
Look,
Like does
the
that?
the chat's
getting
saying
that?
exactly what we said before the stream, so when we were having our meeting, LinkedIn VTubers.
That's what I said. I said
Yeah,
LinkedIn
I know.
VTubing is an untapped
Yeah.
market. No one steal this. We are gonna be the first pioneers.
Yeah, it's
Well, but
happening.
J4 said that
Telling
you
you.
would walk into the ocean. I don't want that to happen. So we gotta kill that idea, guys. We can't do it
So
for the sake
you're
of our
saying that-
community.
Are we saying that
Really?
Luke cannot be a VTuber?
Do
Because he is very much a LinkedIn influencer.
Do you guys
so-
know? Do you want to explain who Luke is to chat? That's an
Oh,
important
that's a good
piece
point.
of
Yeah.
Lucid, yeah.
Luke is the former former CEO of Lucid, and now current just person still in Lucid. Yeah, that's Luke. But someone asked a question earlier about how I got into watching VTubers and my favorite games.
Ooh, beautiful.
I can explain the lore at the end.
Ooh, you have to stay until the end to learn about that. That is a good question.
That's
For the next, we are voting on and that is the last thing we are voting on. So if you want us to vote on anything else, suggest it in chat and we can add that. But we are voting on a main skill that this person has. So are they hilarious? Are they an insane singer? Are they a really fast hype editor, which would be really good? So they're always putting out videos and shorts that are like very high quality, memes, all of that on Twitter. Or are they super analytical and smart? So maybe they are, their IRL profession is like therapists and they're doing a lot of content around that. Or maybe they are just really good at analyzing text and the plot of stories, anything like that. So far, hilarious is winning by a lot. We are a hee-hee-ha-ha crowd here.
Oh, indeed. Beatboxer. Actually, are there any beatboxer VTubers? Actually, that would be kind of cool. But I feel like that might be too niche.
That goes into singing, I think. If you want to vote for beatboxer, I think you should vote for insane singer, because that is a percussive musical skill.
Hmm.
I do think we should make him a beatboxer. Do you want to give him a kazoo or something? I think this guy needs an instrument.
Well, hold on. I'm waiting for his skill set to come in.
We can have both the skill set, but we should pick what instrument do you think this guy plays? The drums?
Oh,
Do the drums really loudly so
no.
his mic doesn't pick it up, so he's just like streaming in silence?
No, like a slide whistle.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know how to draw that. I have to look at what those look like. Hold on. What does a Twitch logo look like? I'm trying to remember it from memory.
Dope.
People are saying the triangle, the kazoo. We could also do a vote on that after. Hilarious does seem to be winning. I'll give it 2 more seconds so people can vote. Bongos.
But only like specifically the Donkey Kong bongos from the GameCube that came with like the Donkey Kong game where you had the bongos. Specifically those ones.
Oh, that is just right. I think Hilarious is winning, so let's make him hilarious while we vote on what he has. Donkey Kong bongos. Triangle.
Donkey Kong bongos. Okay.
What is it? Clarinet?
Are those glasses?
Yeah, they're like cool guy glasses. Is that coming across, or is that like not coming across?
I mean, I got the impression that those were like John Lennon glasses.
Yeah, they're like cool guy glasses because he's chill.
Yeah.
They're like resting on his nose. Yeah.
He loves cozy, chill games. Okay. Nice.
The slide whistle? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, that would be a good one, Shizu.
Automat. Huh?
Like the Miku thing?
Oh, I know, like the little oh my god, they're like little notes, and then you play it. It's like
yeah.
All right.
Did you write triangle on purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's pretend that was intentional. One thing, we have different skill sets. Some of our talent managers are good at spelling. Some of them are not.
Wait, is he streaming this?
Amazing.
So we voted.
So what is this guy doing? What's he up to?
He is.
right now, this is his elevator pitch. This is him, and he's in front of you, giving you his elevator pitch.
So what's the pitch? Can someone please give me the pitch?
I'm crying. The pitch is why you should sign him as a lucid.
Wait, can you have the bongos first?
Oh yeah. Wait, are the bongos winning? I can't see.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna add him on the side over here. It's right there.
So
Yeah,
he's
but
coming,
what is his?
he's
What is
coming
his
up to
pitch?
you. He's going, hey.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, wait.
Do we have a
Did my
voice
voice change? Did my voice change?
No, your voice is
No.
the same.
Fuck. Okay, sorry.
Where's Nathan when we
Did it
need him?
change? Did it change now?
Oh yeah, that's
my
good.
God.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you hear me? Okay. Can you understand me?
Yeah, we can understand you.
I know.
Okay. Hello, I am Johnny. I'm a hardcore gamer. I love 6-7. I play the bongos on the street. And here's a Pikmin and a remote. If you take me as a talent.
I don't understand a single thing. That was incoherent. Oh my god, I'm crying. Oh my god, we literally could not understand a single thing you said.
Did Chad understand me?
No. One understood. No. Although I will say that the voice changed like snort was really funny.
Oh my god, ow. Oh, it hurts.
Wait. So what's this guy's name? Let's just start there.
Did
What's
you
his
say
name?
John? Is that what you said? I couldn't understand. Did you say it was John?
Okay, I got this, guys. Hi,
Alright.
Duran. I'm John. I'm a gamer. I love 6-7. I've been a fan of Lucid for 12 years. Here's a Pikmin and a remote, so you can sign me. I stream on Twitch and I play the bongos while I play League of Legends. Will you sign me? He starts playing Wonderwall
Alright.
on the bongos while you're trying to talk to him.
Oh my god.
So I'm supposed to decide whether I want to sign this guy or not?
Yeah.
Dude, fuck John.
Whoa!
Wait, no, hold on. I need to intervene. Okay, think about it. Think about this guy's amazing, like, okay, who else is doing what he's doing right now? Okay, like, think about the potential for that. Like, what, like, you know, he is definitely filling, like, a content gap out there. Like, no one is doing it like him. Like, think about all the clippable moments there could be.
Oh, man. All right. You know... That's a good question.
Just to play devil's advocate,
He's also
you know?
the first Lucid fan ever. Just keep that in mind.
The first Lucid fan? Whoa,
Yes.
okay. Okay. Well, you know, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. My question is like, would John fit in with the rest of our talents? And since we have some
Ooh.
of our talents here, would you guys want to be in with John?
Boomy, T.
Yeah.
Yeah, would this be a good coworker?
Yeah. Like, could you collab with John?
He won't play the bongos while you're trying to talk to him, but he plays it really well.
Yeah, he plays them really well.
But if he did make $1 million a month, then I'm sold. I'm in, all in.
Okay, T says yes. T said hard yes. He seems awesome, is what she said in chat right now.
Mm-hmm, yeah, I'm reading that exact
Yeah,
wording.
accept
as well.
everyone as, oh, he's awesome. I think he's great. Okay,
Yeah,
booming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he plays Minecraft, okay. John does seem like he plays Minecraft.
Wait.
What if there was like a VTuber that was literally just like John? That's it.
Chat 100% said yes. I want you to keep that in mind, Duran.
Yeah.
that's
So think
true.
about this. Look at the market right now for this guy.
Yeah, I guess I need to give the people what they want. Okay.
He's a little Minecraft coded.
Ah, boy. All right.
So
Yeah.
is this
Okay. John's
the
in.
newest? Yes.
He's in.
Yes. Oh my god. This
We
is
need
so
a new.
exciting.
We need a new guy to replace Xander. So I guess it's gonna be John.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
John. Beautiful. Hold on. Let me take a screenshot of this so we remember John. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we got an empty slot on the bench, so we're filling him in.
When does John debut?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who knows?
We're gonna make an announcement
Yeah,
soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, say bye. Say bye to John, chat. Say bye, John. We are saying goodbye to him.
See you later, John.
Bye.
It was nice knowing you.
We
And
are
there he goes.
now getting to our final stages of this this talk show. So next we are doing something called Spill or Pass, where we're going to be asking Durant a series of more difficult questions that he can elaborate on a little bit more. He's expected to elaborate a little bit more. And if he does not want to answer these questions, for every question he says no to, he has to do 15 seconds of a karaoke song and post it on Twitter. So if he doesn't want to answer one, it'll be 15 seconds. If he doesn't want to answer two, it'll be 30 seconds, 3, 45 seconds, and so on and so forth. And you guys can send questions in chat as well, and that will add up to the time as well. And the goal today is to make Durant sing a 10-minute song on Twitter. Is there a 10-minute song? We don't know.
10-minute song. Holy shit. It's like I feel like you guys didn't say that earlier. But
Oh.
okay.
Well,
let's go.
chat suggested that, right, chat?
All right.
Yeah, they did. I saw it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I saw it.
It'll be
Right.
John's original song.
Yeah,
I'll-
cover
I'll
of John's originals.
I'll sing a 10-minute song if John plays the bongos.
Along with you.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
chat is going to be sending questions too. We'll get those, but Almandi, on to you. And they lead us in the questioning?
Dominic die.
I heard a sound, I think so.
I did. I did die. Sorry. John gave me some asthma earlier. I was laughing so hard. Okay. All right. Possible. Okay, here we go. Are you ready, Durian?
Yep.
Okay. What makes you reject a talent? And remember, if you want to pass, you can pass, but it's gonna add you.
Yeah. No.
time on your team.
I mean, there's a lot of things that would make me reject a talent. Some of them is just feeling. Some of them is like whether or not I feel like they would fit with our current talents. Some of it is like if I don't think they're active enough or motivated enough. I think goals being different are also another reason. There's like too many reasons why. I mean, that sounds like I'm an asshole, but I think that's generally, there's a lot of potential reasons.
You're a CEO who knows what he's looking for and knows the cohesion of Lucid that is important. So, thank you, Duran.
Yeah.
Yes. Good,
Yeah.
good talent synergy is a better way to word it. Yes, thank you, Lonnie.
Yeah.
Next question.
That is true.
All right. What is the biggest mistake talents make after joining?
After joining Lucid specifically, or after joining an agency, or
An agency.
It's an agency, yeah.
I mean, if I'm just off the top of my head, I would think that one of the biggest mistakes that talents would make after joining an agency is sort of like expecting or thinking that everything is going to be done for them. That's probably the biggest one. Yeah, probably that. That's what I would say. My goal is to not ask any questions. Let's go.
Next question. All right. What stresses you out the most about running an agency?
Gosh. Let's see. I will say the real. I'll give you guys the real. Well, do I have to pick one? Or can I pick several?
No, not necessarily.
I will I will give you the real answer. I think the most stressful thing is inconsistency, interrupting momentum, which is very stressful for me personally.
I see. All right. Next question. What is a green flag that almost guarantees a callback?
In like interviews or audition process, I would say expressing interest, like genuine interest, and asking me questions. That's like basic interview stuff anyways, like for IRL jobs and stuff too. Like I've hired for positions and stuff for many years. I've run various companies and hired lots of people, and I would say one of the easiest things that people can do in any interview process that makes me as the hiring person / interviewer feel like the person I'm talking to gives a shit is them asking questions. I would say the most discouraging thing in an interview is at the end I say, if you have any questions for me, and then they're like, no, I don't think I do. Then that is like, that's like almost an auto, I will probably not want to talk to you again.
I see. All right, next question. What is one thing in the VTuber world that you would want to see happen? It could be a dream or whatever you want.
I mean, more, just a bigger fan base. I think like a much larger. I would love to see a much larger and more vibrant fan base in the U.S., similar to how VTubing is in Japan, and I think much more of the like in-person stuff that exists in Japan would be nice to have here. Although I don't think it's practical. That would be cool.
That is true. I also wish that.
Mhm.
Next question. Thoughts on a non-profit VTuber company?
If the question is like a agency that's a nonprofit, I would say my question would be like, why? Mostly because the amount of effort and work it takes to be a nonprofit is pretty high. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. Unless, like, if the question is a 501c, like a legal nonprofit, then I
Yeah,
would say
I have.
it's a lot of work to be a nonprofit. Like it's just like a really significant amount of hoops that you have to go through to like achieve that status and recertify it every single year you're in operation. And so it's like, what's the benefit? Probably not a lot.
I was gonna say because I come from a background of working in like nonprofit. I would think what would be better, or like if I was to do something that was like a nonprofit VTubing type thing. I wouldn't do an agency just because it doesn't really make sense in the context, like Duran was saying, of like what an agency is there to accomplish. But I do think it would be cool to see like a VTuber group that's dedicated to like nonprofit causes and does fundraising for whatever they're passionate about. So there are some nonprofit like VTubers out there who their whole goal is to raise funds for like causes they're passionate about through their streaming. And that's like the main thing they do, and they always have a fundraiser going on. So I think like seeing a VTuber group that's dedicated to something like that would make more sense than an agency. Just because if you're going for like a 501c specifically type business, it would be. I just don't think the goals align with what an agency is there to accomplish versus what a VTuber group could accomplish, if that makes sense. Because the agency's goal and purpose is to grow and promote the talent, which you could technically do through nonprofit, but if you're wanting to be a nonprofit VTuber, your goal should be wanting to give back and grow the nonprofit. So it's just kind of like conflating or like conflicting goals there. So I think like a group would be a better idea for that. That was just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Just
All
to,
right.
just to play
oh, sorry.
the someone who's like not exactly in the business like you guys of that. If interpreting it as a VTubing company that is not looking to, I know, responding to shareholders, a big discussion in the VTubing industry, and just a lot of profits going directly to a CEO or something of the sort. Like, interpreting it as not necessarily an official nonprofit, but a company that is looking less, I guess, is less profit focused. I would say like Lucid is kind of run in that way, where it's focused on not forcing talent to do a thing for profit, but more so helping their dreams come true in a way that is sustainable for everyone. Does that make sense? Like, how would you interpreting it as not necessarily an official nonprofit, but more so the mindset of that? How would you respond to that question?
Yeah, from that perspective, yeah, what I would say is that right now 100% of the money that we make is reinvested directly into our talents through like paying you guys and stuff like that. So from that perspective, yes. And yeah, the content clinic that we did actually is like that something like that, for example, could be its own nonprofit at some point potentially. But yeah, more to come on that in the future.
Yay! So we have a few more
right.
questions we got ahead of time.
Oh, you want to do them?
No, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about managers who also try to debut as VTubers attached to their agencies while still being called a manager? And then there's a second part to that question. So you want to answer the first part first?
Yeah. I would say in general, I am against that idea. I think that presents like a pretty significant conflict of interest in general. And then it creates a lot of like weirdness within the company itself, because for example, you know, we take a percentage of the revenue that our talents earned, but if like one of the managers is also a talent, then like, do we take a percentage of their revenue? But if we haven't hired them as a talent and just a manager, then is that like a weird way like to be a talent and like get the benefits of being in the agency, but then not have to provide the trade-off of giving the percentage of revenues and stuff? So it just like creates like a really weird system. And then also from like a managing perspective, I would say again, this is not like a blanket, there's always exceptions to these rules, but I would say that in general, it's really hard. I find it hard to believe that someone is going to be putting in the time and effort that's needed to manage a talent if they are also balancing being a talent themselves, because building a brand and being a successful talent requires a lot of work. And yeah, there's just like a way too many conflicts of interest. So I would personally not really be a fan of that. If it's just like a manager has a model and just dicks around on stream every so often, like for fun, that's a different story. But like, I would say like a manager that's like actively like, oh, I want to be a professional VTuber, I would probably be against that.
Thank you for the answer. So the second part of that question, as I don't know if this is, I think this is directed towards managers, talent managers more so, is as a manager, and Chad, feel free to hop on this. Have you ever made a talent pay for something for you, like artwork specifically for you?
I read that. It's so confusing. No. we
Yeah, also
directly
no.
use, like, there are times where like I'll pay for something for a talent. I'll just take it as my donation to them, because you know that's and there are times where obviously Lucid is paying for things, but never would the opposite happen. That is crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder, we were wondering if that person who asked us has gone through an experience like that, and if you're in chat, if you want to share with us, because that is insane to ever happen to a talent.
Yeah, that is definitely a big no-no. Like, never do that.
Now, if the question is worded weirdly and they're asking like, do you make talents pay for things themselves, then the answer to that would be yes. Like, you know, we don't fund 100% of talent projects, right? Like, you know, so if talents, like some of our talents hire their own editors to do stuff and things like that, that's like pretty normal and expected, just to be clear.
We do have an in-house editor though, if they don't want it. Basically, if they don't want to use our in-house.
Yeah, but also it would never be something that's just for Lucid. So like a logo for Lucid or assets for the talk show, that would not be something that they were paying for Lucid. It would be their own stuff that is growing their brand.
Yeah. Although maybe it's a new business model. So.
Oh my god. No. Next question. Next question. Okay. How do you keep such a positive space within your own agency and within the internet? And there's a little bit of like more to this one. That's the main question. So think that over in your head. They said, I've been following a lot of your talents and the Lucid official Twitter X, and I am always positively surprised with how you're all able to keep such a nice environment. So I was curious to know how you all are able to do that. Also, thank you for being a lovely space that Lucid occupies. All of your talents are so comfortable and free. It has truly been a healing experience to follow them. So first of all, thank you for that. That is so nice.
Yeah.
My goodness.
That is very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, thank you. I would say that my number one goal when I came into Lucid was to not have drama, because literally the first thing I heard about VTuber companies and the scene in general was that like agencies have bad reputations and there's a lot of drama. So my number one through like 5 goal was to like not have that. One, because I personally don't like drama and I think it's really dumb and I hate it. So the question, I guess, of how that has happened, obviously, I don't. Maybe our talents have different perspectives, or staff have different perspectives. But from my perspective, at least, I would say that I think just being open and honest with everyone from day one, and creating a culture of feedback is probably the best way I could say like how we've been able to do this. And what I mean by that is that like I'm always honest about, you know, what we're doing, why we're doing things. and also that like I and we as a staff, don't have all the answers. We're not the best at everything, and so the feedback portion of this is like if talents are unhappy with something, they're encouraged to speak up about it, because the only way that we as a company can grow is by learning if we are doing something wrong, and fixing it. And if we don't get feedback from talents about like, hey, you're doing this thing wrong, then we won't know that there's a problem and we won't be able to fix it, right? So I think it's just like all the talents are encouraged to provide feedback and to speak up and communicate, because also one of the big reasons why drama happens in general is when small problems become really big because people don't communicate. So I would like to think that we've avoided these problems because we promote and encourage communication, and also just generally like treating people with respect. Should go without saying, but yeah, I would like to think that we treat all of our talents and staff with respect. So hopefully that's a good answer.
Yes, thank you. Okay. The next question we have is what are the main requirements you look at when hiring staff/talent? Which I think we kind of touched on a little bit with the green flag questions, but a little bit more on that.
I think you asked that one.
Did I?
No.
I don't think I did.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
I'm saying you didn't ask that one.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I can't hear no good.
That's okay. Yeah, so what are things? Well, so for talent, I think the main things that I care about personally is what your goals are. As a talent, I am only looking for people that are serious about pursuing VTubing as a career, because I think there's a big difference between like hobbyist VTubers that are like doing this for fun and VTubers that are doing this because like they want to make a living wage from doing this and they're professional and serious about it. So that's one of the big things that I look for. Another one is just level of activity. I want to have talents that are able to like commit to producing a lot of content, because you kind of need to do that in order to become a VTuber that is able to make a full-time living off of doing VTubing. Like if you only produce like if you only stream like once a week and don't make any videos ever, then like no matter how amazing you are, you won't grow. Those are the two things, and then the third thing that I look for is people that actively want to be part of the group. I think to me that's one of the most important things, and I think in Western VTubing, there's Western VTubing culture is, I think, very individualistic, and and I'm not saying this is necessarily bad, but a lot of people have a mindset of like, specifically from an agency side, like, oh, what are you doing for me? Like, why would I join this company, or what is this company going to do for me? And it's all about like their number one concern is like, I want to build my brand, so what are you doing to contribute to my brand, and things like that. Which again, I'm not saying is bad, but that's not what we're looking for at Lucid. We want people that like want to grow together as a group, and also the people that understand that like growing as a group also means building the individual brand and the individual and doing things for the individual, but it's also about what can the individual do for us as a company and how we can benefit each other. So those are the three big things that I'm looking for. I would say. Talent. Talent is just like someone who works hard and has like good professional skills. That's a simple one.
Perfect. Thank you. And then next question we have is, how did you get into watching VTubers, and what is your favorite, or what are some of your favorite games?
Yeah, so Luke, who is our former CEO, is a good friend of mine from college. And one day we met at, where was it? I think it was TwitchCon. Or I forget where we met, but we hadn't seen each other in a while. But anyways, he was telling me, he's like, I'm doing this VTuber thing. And I knew what VTubers were, but that's all I knew. I just knew that VTubers was like anime people. And then he's like, hey, I need help to run this company. Can you help me? And I'm just really bad at saying no to stuff. So I said, sure, I will I will help. And then I just kind of jumped right in, and here I am 3 years later. So yeah, I literally knew nothing about VTubers before coming into here, but I would like to think I know something about VTubers now. Otherwise, games. Games that I play League, unfortunately. I play Magic, The Gathering, StarCraft, not that much anymore, but I used to, obviously. I was a pro StarCraft player. Actually don't play that many games, honestly. I play, my joke is that I play games that were made in 1999 or earlier, except for League of Legends. But wow.
Poll, guys, please go vote. It's important, and we will do whatever the poll says. Just so you know.
Wow. Anyways, that's that.
All right, we have
We
just
have
a
two
few
more questions. Yes.
Yeah, 2 more. What's something small creators are doing that feels productive but is not?
Oh, I think the biggest one honestly is just like streaming 24/7. I think this is one of the biggest pitfalls of like newer or smaller creators, where they're like, I'm streaming like 10 hours every day. And I think that's unhealthy and not productive. So that's probably the biggest one. I think the best thing I would say is like cut that down by 75% and then take that extra time and make like videos and shorts instead, and your results will probably be 10x better.
Perfect. And then the next question, what's something talents blame on the algorithm that is 100% their fault?
Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, probably a lot. I feel like it's just very easy if you're not growing to just be like, well, the algorithm doesn't like me, or like I can't break through the algorithm or something. And it's just kind of like, I feel like it's just kind of used as a crutch for people to explain why they're not growing as fast as they think they are or they should be based on what they're doing. And I think almost always the answer, and it sounds contradictory because I just said one of the bad things that people do is like stream 24/7, but I think one of the biggest reasons that people aren't growing as much as they feel like they should is that they're not actually producing as much content as they need to be or that they think they are. So again, it's not all streaming. So streaming 24/7 bad, but producing content 24/7 is good. Not that that's sustainable or that I would recommend it specifically, but like if you're not growing as much or as fast as you think you are, like I think at a base level, it's almost always going to be because you're not producing enough content, regardless of what the quality of your content is or what your content is, right? There's a niche for almost everyone, and the algorithms will pick up on that. But the one thing that the algorithms hate more than anything is not releasing stuff, right? I think the best way to understand this is that the algorithms for any of these, like YouTube, Twitter, etc., they're designed to reward behavior that promotes activity on the platform, and they're designed to encourage people to spend more time on the platform. That includes you as a creator, right? So if you understand that fact about the algorithm, then it makes much more sense that someone who is producing, let's say, 1 short per day is probably going to get promoted in the algorithm much more heavily than someone that is producing 1 short per week, assuming that the content quality is the same or similar, right? Because the algorithm values the person that's doing something every day, because that means you as the creator are using the platform every day, and 2, you're pushing stuff out for other people to watch more of and spend more time on the platform, right? So algorithms are designed to promote things that are increasing activity, engagement, and watch time forms. There you go.
Perfect.
EFT, oh my god, never.
I had a few, like a little bit I wanted to say about this, because it's kind of like my special area that I like to talk about, like algorithms and stuff like that. The thing about algorithms that a lot of people don't understand is that you have to train it, and so you have to train the algorithm yourself and send it signals. But what does that mean? That means you have to be streaming strategically. You don't just stream to say that you're streaming every day. You have to strategically pick things that will give signals to the algorithm that says, oh, I need to be boosting this in people's For You pages, or boosting this, especially for YouTube, because that's like every algorithm is different, of course. So I'm going to use YouTube as an example. But in the YouTube algorithm, it will promote you more in people's For You pages or even just their home pages. If you can signal to the YouTube algorithm that you are keeping people on the platform for long periods of time, you will be promoted more in the algorithm. So that means you need to choose your stream strategically, and for strategic amounts of time. So you want to try and get an average of like 30-minute watch time across the board. And how do you do that? Well, look at what's trending, what stream categories are trending, what are people searching for, and there's a ton of tools that you can do with that, and use for that. So that's where, like, knowing these kinds of things and just actually learning the algorithm itself is a really important tool. So that's all I had to say.
Yeah. Cool. What else do we got?
I believe that's the end of our question submissions, like through the form. If anyone has any questions that they would like to ask, this is a last call for questions. Last call for questions, everyone. Type them in the chat. So yeah, if you have anything you want to ask Duran, me, or Manager Chan, send them in and we'll answer those. But this is your last call, last chance.
Yeah. Also, if you have any thoughts on how we can, like how not we conducted this, but the questions that we answered here, or things you'd like to learn about more next time, would you prefer if this was answering more content specific questions, more talent specific questions? If you have any thoughts on what you liked about how we did it, if you have suggestions for the next CEO stream, it probably won't be soon, but we'll try to make sure to stay transparent and stay engaged with the community as managers as well. So let us know that as well. Also, while people are sending their final thoughts, it is Nay's birthday celebration today. We also have Sunny's anniversary going on. We have Rita's anniversary coming up next weekend. And then after that, we have Sai's anniversary on April 1st. But today we do have Nay's birthday celebration. and we'll be sending her Twitch link and her YouTube link because she has a song premiering today and she has a stream today as well. So make sure, whether you are a Nay follower or you're going to become one today, go send her lots of love, lots of support. And Music is birthday was also on the 21st. Yes.
So many March babies.
So many celebrations going on. Yeah, send them all lots of love.
We had one question in the chat about Twitch titles, if anyone wants to take that. I have some things to say about it too, but I don't want to be talking, like if anyone else has something they want to say, so.
Go for it.
Oh, sorry. The question was, on Twitch, do you think titles actually make a difference in terms of algo boosting you or not, is the question.
On Twitch?
And I can I'll give my thoughts on it. So I say yes, because on Twitch, so on YouTube, one of the ways to catch people's attention on YouTube is of course your thumbnail, but on Twitch, it's a lot harder. I mean, you can't really do like a eye-catching thumbnail to get people to your stream. So having that clickbaity title on Twitch definitely, yes, it boosts you in the algorithm, not in terms of the title isn't boosting you, but getting more people watching you on Twitch will boost you in the algorithm. So that is what I mean by that. So if you get more people in your Twitch watching you, that boosts you more. And so having like a good title that catches people's attention, like that is literally like your thumbnail on Twitch, is having that clickbaity Twitch title. So rather, and like the format you can follow, it's not like, so for example, let's say you're playing Resident Evil, right? Don't just say like playing Resident Evil, or like first time Resident Evil. That's boring, and why would I click on that, right? It would be like something clickbaity. So like, I cannot believe Resident Evil did this, or something like that. Like something that makes me go like, oh, well, I want to click on that and figure out like, why should I click on that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my advice on that.
And something to keep in mind too is that you don't have a thumbnail on Twitch, but you do have a little screenshot that they'll get. So thinking about what might that screenshot be that they show. So we were discussing with one of the talents recently about just the colors of the stream to make sure that it is engaging. So when people see it on the directory, they are more likely to click on it. If you stay too long on a sort of boring screen, your model's too tiny on the screen, it has no game going on, then that can diminish the chances of someone clicking on you. Also making sure like you think about your place in the directory. So what games are you playing? Do you think it could be high enough that when people are going through it? So there's like a lot of other different elements as well, and making sure you think about all of them and are tweaking with all of them and keeping track, which is a thing managers do. We'll track all those things and how it correlates to viewership and how much it gets pushed out and engagement and all of that. Yeah, make sure you're tracking all of it and not just be like, oh, my titles are good now. Why isn't this happening? There's just so many things to track, like the first 3 seconds on your stream. That's mostly the big thing. Someone clicks, first 3 seconds are boring, they leave. Yes, it's a thing to think about, but there's just so much that you can be polishing and punching up and taking care of, and that's the joy of content. It's a high ceiling, so it's a delightful task to get really good at.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, agreed. Cool. Well, I think that is our time.
Yes, I'm not seeing any other questions from chat or anything, so thank you so much for everyone who submitted questions, whether on the forum or in chat. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
Thanks
you.
everyone for hanging out with us. Appreciate it, and please go support all of our talents. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you. Go support Nay. We have her links pinned. We're gonna go to an ending screen now, and make sure you go send her lots of love. She'll be streaming later tonight, and she has a cover coming out. But be there already. Have the tabs open. Be excited. Be ready.
Yep.
And make sure
Bye,
you follow
everyone.
Boomy as well, who rated into us, and all of our talents. All their links are below in the description. So send them all lots of love. Say bye.
Bye bye. See you.
Almondy.
Bye!
Bye.
Thank you. Sorry. I was like processing information.